What up, though? Welcome to the TAGT show. I'm your host, Mr. Slate, and I want to thank you for tuning in for WFLNT Radio, channel 810.5. That's right, y'all. It's about that time for some headline news. I want you to sit back, grab you a glass of wine or sip of cognac, and relax. You had a long, hard day, and there's a lot going on out here, so let's get into it. What up, though? It's your host, Mr. Slate, and I want to thank you for tuning in to WFLNT Radio, channel 810.5. This is the TAGT show. It is the weekend. It is Sunday, May 24th, 2020, y'all. It's approximately 6:01 p.m. I'm on Pacific time right now. We're here in Oregon, picking up a load. We've been sitting here all day for whatever reason. Whenever we come on this side of town, things are a bit slow, and I must admit, it sucks, man. It really, really sucks, but it is what it is. We're almost finished. My trainee is about to upgrade, and I'm going home, and I'm going to take a week off, and I'm going to relax. I got things to do around the house, get things together, see my loved ones, man, and just enjoy time at home with my queen and just relax, man. That's all I want to do. But I hope y'all doing okay out there. I hope everybody is in good spirits, and things are trying to open up around the country, y'all, but you know, stores and things and restaurants, I do see cars at restaurants and things like that, but me and myself personally, I'm just not ready. I'm gonna be honest with you. But let's get into it, y'all. Don't forget to hit the like buttons, hit your subscribe, hit your stars, your bells, the whistles. You can contact us on the TAGT hotline at 810-553-6592. You can also reach us, email Mr. Slate810@gmail.com. Also, don't forget to go to Facebook and check us out at the TAGT show. That's the TAGT show, and all the articles I go over, I will be posting a link on the web page on Facebook, so you guys can take a look at it and do your own research and investigating, whatever you like to do with that. We are on all major podcast platforms. We got Apple Podcast, Speaker, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Google Podcast, Castbox, Podcast Addict, Deezer, and Podchaser. So yeah, man, let's get into it. So, man, y'all heard about earlier this week in Michigan, thousands were evacuated after like 2 dams were breached, and the water just started pouring in on people, man. Like, it's like, man, damn, man, we just going through so much in this country right now. It's crazy, man. And this was published CNN on May 20th by Nicole Chavez and Miguel Marquez and Jason Hanna. They put out an article earlier this week, May 20th, about this situation. Let's go over a little bit and let's take a look and see what they're saying about this. It says the rain-swollen river that breached 2 dams in central Michigan crested several feet lower than expected, but authorities warned the disaster is not over. Quote, "This came out quickly, but it's not going away quickly," Brad Kay, Midland city manager, told reporters on Wednesday night. At least 10,000 people fled their homes in Midland and along the Tittabawassee River after 2 dams fell, leading to a historic flooding. On Wednesday afternoon, the river appeared to have crested at 35.5 feet below the 38 feet that had been predicted. Hours later, floodwater appeared to be receding in some areas, Kay said, but evacuees likely won't return home for several days. So this flood from these dams breaking, it put a lot of people out of their homes, man. A lot of people out of their homes. And I always question to myself, about the infrastructure in this country, yo. It's just falling apart. It's just falling apart. We're supposed to be so-called the richest country in the world, and our infrastructure sucks. You know what I mean? It really sucks. All the taxes we pay, all the money that the government takes from us for this and for that, property taxes, taxes on your cars, and taxes on just tax. But yet and still, we got to run down bumpy and raggedy highways, and we got bridges failing, and we got dams failing, and it's ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous. They flood all of this money into these shadow government agencies and things like that we really don't know about. Billions and trillions of dollars goes to things that we don't know about, and we can't question. They have this thing where they can just say, hey, due to national security, we can't answer that question, or we can't talk about that, and we're left in the dark. And I know a lot of people out there feel like, hey, if you feel that way, you have to go out and vote and be selective on who you vote into office to correct that. But it's going to take a nation as a whole to really do that, man. Just pockets of different sects of people, it's not going to work, man. So we got to find some way to fight back and get our infrastructure together, man. We got so much stuff that we have to worry about, but yet and still we're worried about other countries and what the other countries are doing, and it just don't make sense to me. It don't make sense to me at all. So let's move forward, y'all. May 21st, at least 4 states combined numbers for 2 tests, possibly providing a misleading picture of the coronavirus spread. This is May 21st. This is also coming from CNN. This was Faith Karami, Steve Almasi, and Jason Hanna. This was May 21st, 2020, 9:41 p.m. They're saying that we really don't have an accurate number on cases and deaths due to this coronavirus, because each state is handling things differently. There's just a lot of confusion on a set strategy to test for these things. They can test you through a swab through your nose. Then they can take blood and test your blood. So these are different ways that they test for it, and the numbers are not coinciding. They're not coming together due to the fact that these are 2 different testing methods. One method tells you one way, and another method may say, hey, you've been exposed, and you have it, but you're not contagious. And then the other method may show that you have a high amount of this virus in your body, you're contagious, so it's kind of confusing. But let's read a little bit and let's take a look and see what they're reporting and see if we can make any sense of this. So at least 4 states combined data from 2 different test results, potentially providing a misleading picture of when and where coronavirus spread as the nation eases restrictions. More than 1.5 million people in the United States have tested positive for coronavirus, and over 93,000 have died, according to Johns Hopkins University. Virginia, Texas, Georgia, and Vermont have said they've been adding to numbers to their totals, viral test results and antibody test results. So these are the two types of results, viral test results and antibody test results. Viral tests are taken by nose swab and saliva samples and look for direct evidence someone currently has COVID-19. By contrast, antibody tests use blood samples to look for biological signals that a person has been exposed to the virus in the past. Combining the two test results into one total could provide an inaccurate picture of where and when the virus spreads. It could also overstate the state's ability to test and track active infections, a key consideration as states ease coronavirus restrictions. Experts have consistently emphasized that for states to reopen safely, adequate testing and tracing is needed. So they're trying to push for adequate testing and tracing. But let's go back to this, y'all. Y'all have to realize when they take a test, you have to know what kind of test you're taking. Is it an antibody test, or is it a biological? Are you looking for the viral test, or an antibody test? Let's just take a look at that. So, because this is very important, man. Because what's going to happen is if we don't get an understanding of what they're shooting out here and what they're saying and how people are getting tested, they're going to impose, which they're already thinking about, a mandatory vaccination of this COVID-19. And that's something that we don't want. We don't want that. In my opinion, my personal opinion, for me and my loved ones, I don't want that. I know it's a catch-20. Like, you got to get vaccinated. You don't want to spread it and this and that and this and that. But who knows what's in that stuff, man? Who knows? So it's kind of, I don't trust the government enough to be shooting me and my kids and my lady and my mom and my father up with something that I have no idea what this is. I don't know what the reaction is going to be. I don't know where you got this from. We could just be some guinea pigs out here. We don't know. So viral tests are taken by nose swab, and it looks for direct evidence someone currently has the COVID-19. So this is a viral test, and it's taken through a swab in your nose or saliva samples. Antibody test uses your blood and looks for biological signals that a person has been exposed to the virus in the past. So for me, if you got it, you got it. If it's on you, it's on you. There's no ifs, ands, buts about it. So I will be posting that link in the Facebook page, man, so you guys can look over that and take a look. But yeah, we definitely got to be smart, and we definitely got to be careful on what we are going to let them impose on us. Today, May 24th, explainer, what do we know about COVID-19, and can you get it twice? That's a good question. If you've received it, and I've seen multiple situations where people had the coronavirus and they go get tested again, and then it's gone. That's not in their system, but then it comes back. This is from World News. Nicola Davis, May 24th, 2020 at 11:24. Can you catch the coronavirus a second time? That remains unclear. A key question is whether antibodies produced by the body following an infection with a coronavirus provide some level of immunity, and if so, how long? So they've always said it's, compared it to like the flu and chicken pox and things like that. So if you got the chicken pox, that stays in your system forever, but it's dormant. But you may come across somebody that never had the chicken pox and have some kind of close contact with them, and then they catch the chicken pox from you, even though